Welcome back to DT Daily. I'm Casey Montoya. Coming up, a disturbing new trend shows employers have begun asking job applicants for their Facebook login credentials. Video games may get warning labels. MIT has created a camera that can see around corners. Einstein's entire body of work is now available online, and more. Job seekers may have to reveal more than just their skills at the next interview. According to the Associated Press, employers have begun asking applicants for their Facebook username and passwords. This is an attempt to find out more about the candidates than their profiles reveal. Law experts say the practice is a gross violation of privacy, and some states have begun working to ban it. In the meantime, some interviewees have refused to turn over their login credentials, but many say they can't afford to withdraw their application simply because their privacy is being violated. Despite violent video games already having age restrictions and prominent M for mature warnings on them, Virginia and California congressmen have co-sponsored a bill that would call on game makers to include a cigarette-like health warning on violent games. Virginia Rep. Frank Wolf said of the bill, "Just as we warn smokers of the health consequences of tobacco, we should warn parents and children about the growing scientific evidence demonstrating a relationship between violent video games and violent behavior." The congressmen have introduced versions of this particular bill 6 times since 2002, but it's never made much headway. The Electronic Software Association, or ESA, is once again calling the bill unconstitutional and based on flawed research and junk science. If you've always wanted to learn about the theory of relativity, but you don't want to read some dry textbook, you're in luck. 2,000 high-resolution digital copies of various Einstein works have been uploaded to the web, with many more on the way. The online Albert Einstein archives include many of his scientific writings, family letters, and travel diaries. You can check his work out at alberteinstein.info. Researchers at MIT have developed a camera capable of seeing around corners. The breakthrough technology works by constructing images from light waves that bounce off of objects or walls surrounding the out-of-sight subject. Don't expect to find this camera at your local Best Buy anytime soon. However, the unique camera will most likely be used exclusively by the U.S. military. A new study from Boston Consulting Group shows that as of 2010, internet-reliant businesses made up 4.7% of the U.S. economy. That might not sound like much, but at that size, the internet is responsible for a larger portion of the annual gross domestic product than education, construction, agriculture, or the entire federal government. Much of the internet's monetary output is owed to e-commerce, which accounted for 5% of all consumer spending in 2010. Boston Consulting expects the internet will grow at a rate of 10% a year through 2016. That does it for today. Be sure to check back with Digital Trends for our very first DT debate, where members of our editorial team will go head-to-head on issues of the day. Today, we'll tackle whether Mike Daisey's controversial play about Foxconn, the agony and the ecstasy of Steve Jobs, was a work of art or a journalistic failure. And if you're in the market for a camera, be sure to read our full review of Canon's boxy new ELPH 520 HS.